Okay. Welcome to a new vlog, same sweatshirt, you know the drill, right? I'm having a weird problem with this clip because my chair, for whatever reason, is lower than normal, and I didn't realize until I turned the camera on, and now I'm like, don't like it. Anyway, hey guys, how are we doing? It is the last week of the month of April. Oh my gosh. So, where are we at? I have like 20 books to read. I finished almost 2 today. I finished 1 today, working on the second one. Neither of them were on my official TBR, so that's wonderful. It's how it be sometimes. So, I read Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I don't know the author off the top of my head, and my Wi-Fi is down, so I can't Google it right now. So we will get back to that, but I listened to the audiobook, and it was very good. This is a magical realism about a coffee shop in Japan who has the ability to send people back in time if you wish to and follow the rules. There is one specific chair that you have to be sat in so that you can go back in time, and then they'll serve you coffee, and you can go back in time to see somebody, but that person has to have already been to the coffee shop at the cafe at some point. You only have until the coffee gets cold to be there, and if you don't drink the coffee before it gets cold to leave, then you become a ghost to sit there forever. Oh yeah, that one chair, it's very fun. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really cute, really good. I love the story. I love the characters. Sad things are being said. If you are interested in this, you might want to look into trigger warnings for it because it's talking about grief, and there is one person in particular that is pregnant, if you don't like pregnancy things, but it's not really about that. It's more so like she's going into this pregnancy knowing she's not going to make it. So just so you're aware of what you're getting into, there's some storylines, but I really enjoyed this. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. I got emotional. I was really like, oh, the whole time. It was really sweet and cute, and I loved the premise, and now I'm reading the sequel. I didn't know there was a sequel. I think this might be new, but I'm really excited about it, so that feels better. Okay. I don't know if it makes a difference to you guys, but it makes a difference to me. Anyway, yes, I think I'm giving this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute. I'm starting the sequel. I'm on chapter 2. Well, no, I'm on chapter 3 of 6, so I'm halfway done. I'm loving the second book solely because Kevin Shen, I believe is the translator's name, because I had to search into this because I was so excited. And he is the translator, or not the translator, he is the narrator for The Cat Who Saved Books. And I really enjoyed The Cat Who Saves Books, and his narration helped a lot because I love his narration style. So, yeah, I was really happy to see that he's the narrator of the sequel. So yeah, those are my bookish updates of what I finished and am finishing here soon. I'm also hoping to read Galatea. I don't know my Greek mythology by Madeline Miller. This is 31 pages. It's a really short ebook. Do you want to get in my lap or not? I know. I don't have a blanket, so she doesn't really want to cuddle. Anywho, so those are the 3 books that I'm targeting today. And then I've kind of loosely planned out the week in hopes to get most, if not all, of my books read. I think the only ones, which we'll talk more about later, that I absolutely will not finish in this video or this week for it will be, cats, they just run the house. I will not finish A Little Life. not gonna happen, but I will start it and get as far as I can into it as I can. And I'm counting it because it's an intimidating book that will hurt me, and I'm not trying to mess my life up, so I'm gonna be kind to myself. I'm gonna count it because I have to still start it, but I'm not gonna force myself to finish it in a week, because that's not gonna happen. Is that the only, like, yeah, I think that's the one, like, strong exception. Also, The Princess Bride, I'm buddy reading that with my boyfriend, so I can't very well finish that in time because our schedules are kind of opposite, so I'll finish it when I finish it. We've started. We don't have a lot of time to read it, though, but I'm still counting it as, like, a check. But because I read Intrigue at the Vampire Ball and Escape from the Vampire, which is a duology? I don't know. Very short paranormal romance novellas, whatever. I think I might swap a couple prompts around. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out this week. I have so much going on book-wise. So who knows, to be honest. But I finished some books, and that's what's going on. That's what I got for you. So happy vlog, happy this week. Let's have a little book push. Let's try and read as much as we can. It's gonna be great. Maybe a little stressful, but like, it's great. We're gonna have fun. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. That's what's up. Besides that, I have so much editing to do because I've avoided it for like a week and a half now. Oops. Is that actually been like yeah, literally a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Oh no. So I'm gonna get on that tonight and try and crank out some of these vlogs and videos because I've been filming a lot. I just haven't been editing a lot. So yeah, I have to do that, like absolutely must. So this week will be a lot of reading, a lot of editing, and I will fill you guys in. I'm also working all week, so that's fun. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we do at least one fun thing by Friday that I can tag you guys along with, so it's not so boring. Who knows? Sorry, we'll see.
Because they don't have enough men to contest our passage through the valley.
Hey, it's the next day. I've kind of read a lot. So, I think I updated you guys on finishing Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and that I started Tales from the Cafe. Finished that today. This is by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Yeah, so I loved it. May have loved it more than the first one, to be honest. I think I liked Tales from the Cafe more than Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Maybe because it was just more established thought, a bit faster pace. I loved the characters, I loved the story. Still broke my heart, made me want to cry. So that was great. So for these, I'll try to remember to put up the prompts, but I finished technically, but not technically. Again, I'm still reworking, but I think this is the plan. This is the goal. So Before the Coffee Gets Cold fills the help needed tutor teach quest for reading a translated book, and then for the quest familiars, which is to read a book that might make you cry. These ones were close. I think if I was reading them physically and not at work while I was doing it, might have actually like dropped a tear or two. So those are my two side quests that I wasn't supposed to do, but I did them, so here we are. Whoopsies. It's fine. Those are the two side quests that those books specifically completed. Continuing on, books that I finished yesterday, because I'm a mad woman. It's not actually that crazy. So I first finished I Think I Am in Love with You by Yumi Sakugawa. Oh my god, this could have made me sob my eyes out. I genuinely would have cried. I was correct. This is a graphic novel, and I 10 out of 10 recommend to absolutely everybody. I think everyone will find something in this that they love. It is very aged for the times, like mentioning Facebook pokes specifically, but oh my gosh, it was so freaking good and cute and just wholesome, and I loved it so much. And the ending, you go on like a full journey, and this really like tugged at my emotions. I don't know if it's just because like I don't have a lot of friends, I don't know, but I loved it. It's so sweet. I highly recommend. Scribd has the ebook if you don't want to go out and purchase it. But yeah, it was amazing. It was great. This fulfilled one of my Master of the Beastmaster, Mastering Beasts, whatever that class is called. Animal Studies. There we go. It came to me. It's for my Animal Studies class, which is to read a book under 100 pages, read a short book, something like that. Quick read. I think it's quick read. The tail stays. So yeah, I finished I Think I'm in Fun Love with You, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Sorry. Tales from the Cafe, I also gave 4 stars because I thought it was amazing and really cute and sweet and good. And my ratings this year are so all over the place. Like I have some 4 stars that are not the same as other 4 stars. And like some 4 stars I liked almost as much as a 5 star, but it's just not quite. I don't know what my rating system is this year. I haven't used Compile for any of my things this month, and that might be a part of it. I'm not sure. Anywho, continuing on. I still don't know how to pronounce this properly. Galatea. I think it's Galatea. This is by Madeline Miller. This is a very, 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 very short. I think I read like 35 pages or something crazy. This is a Greek telling, Greek mythology. It's unhinged and I fucking loved it. Oh my god, it was so good. I'm not really going to tell you what it is about at all. Like, you're going to read it or don't, but I do not recommend this to everybody. I absolutely do not think everybody should read this. It is not for everyone. Heavy trigger warnings. This book is so unhinged, and it's already kind of like, it's Greek mythology, so like you already know it's not going to be about great subjects. Please go in with caution and be prepared, and look into trigger warnings. But oh my god, it was unhinged and I loved it. Without spoiling anything, and who knows? Okay, if you want to know absolutely nothing, maybe skip ahead a little bit until you don't see the picture or whatever. But I loved it. It was unhinged. This is everything that I wanted the Silent Patient to be. If the silent patient had the level of our main character instead, it would have been so good. Like, if this was a full out thriller, I would have loved it. It was unhinged. It was absolutely masterful. I felt emotion from it. I didn't care about the characters. But the story was just so compelling, and I was like, this is brilliant, this is genius, this is the best 30 pages I've ever read. Oh, wow. I'm kind of speechless, but it's amazing. Fantastic, highly recommend, if you can handle it. Again, take care of yourself. Love you lots. Okay, moving on. I know that I'm kind of speeding through this just because there's a lot, but they're all very short, so it's not a lot at the same time. I started Bluets this is by Maggie Nelson. I started this, I am 18% of the way through. I love it. I think that's the theme. I love everything that I'm reading right now. I purposefully put a bunch of short books on my TBR so that I could actually like accomplish my TBR, and it's working. It's going very well. I have less and less books as the time goes by. Maybe tomorrow we will sit and chat about all the books I have left and how I'm going to do that in 5 days, including today. So 4 days tomorrow. Anyway, oh goodness. So I've started Bluets, and if you didn't know this about me, I have a favorite color. That's just like a small snippet, but I love the color blue. So reading a poetry book all about the color blue, I'm living, laughing, loving. This is so good. This is beautiful. And I think I'm just like in a very like springy, uplifting, poetic mood, even though Bluettes is not always uplifting because it's the color blue. But anywho, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm excited to continue reading this. Bluettes is elemental studies, which is to read something under 100 pages. Galatea was for lore, to read mythology. There we go. There's so many prompts that I've decided to fulfill. It's hard to keep track of all of them. But yes, so that's what that is fulfilling. I am going to finish that either tonight or tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure yet. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I love the color blue. It's a good time. It's a little dark, so beware, but it's good. And today at work, I've actually had to paused because this book deserves my complete and utmost attention. But I started Me, Moth by Amber McBride, performed by Amber McBride on Scribd. And I love the performance. I love the poetry. I love the absolutely extreme short chapters. There's 151 chapters. And each is like no more than maybe 3 minutes or something. This I'm throwing into my TBR unneeded because I can't stick to a TBR and make reasonable decisions, but it's very short. I think I have a little over an hour left of Me Moth. So, going well, going great. This writing is so pretty and so poetic. Like, this is a poetry book of our main character, Moth, dealing with the grief of her family who died. And the way she describes this car crash they were all in, it's doing things to me. I might never look at candy the same way after this book. Who knows? But I'm really enjoying this. I really am taking my time listening to it because it is so beautiful. But also because it's poetic, but it's still telling a story. I want to make sure that I'm understanding what is actually being said and being done. But she meets this boy, Sonny, and they just develop a friendship, relationship. Who knows? I'm not sure yet. I haven't actually read the summary for this because I didn't want to spoil anything that might happen. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm about 30% through. I recommend. I mean, I can't quite recommend because I'm not done yet, but I recommend. Debut YA novel in verse that is both a coming of age and ghost story. So there you have it. I decided to put this on my TBR because of the Moth Wrangler's Quest. To read a book with butterflies and moth on the cover because I don't know how to chill. I can't just like read the books that I already have, you know? So here we are. It's going well. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading these as much as I can and see how far I can get along, as well as editing, of course, always. And then tomorrow we'll hang out a little bit more because I have the day off. So we'll see how that goes. Also, life update, work update. I've actually started like learning payroll and bookkeeping things at work. This is crazy. It's going great. I'm an anxious, nervous little bean when I do payroll stuff because I'm so scared of messing up numbers, and it's like nobody checks your work. I mean, right now they are, but nobody's gonna check my future work for some things, and it's scary. But yeah, I'm enjoying my job again, which is really good, and I'm excited. Next week I'm gonna do a lot more payrolls or bookkeeping stuff, which is great. So that's my little life update. I guess I will go now and do what I need to get done. So I'll see you guys either later tonight or tomorrow for more book updates. This certainly is not my best angle, but it'll do for now. Oh, hello. I'm just going to do my makeup for a little bit. I'm filming a video today. I'm updating this vlog today, and I'm filming another vlog today. So you'll see the same look in multiple videos, but it'll be fine. I think they're going to be spaced out. Who knows? Inside edition. It's cool. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Doing my makeup. I'm going to keep watching Jan's video. Her most recent vlog, and then yeah, I will update you guys later when I'm all done up and prettied, and we'll chat about books, we'll chat about anything else. It'll be great. Okay. All right, hey, I have my sticky note. I'm prepared. Okay, let me count really quick. Okay, so it is April 27th, and I have 15 books to read. So we're gonna go over what I am reading and then how I might obtain this goal. The first one being Scythe, which I'm 155 pages into still. Still need to pick this up desperately. Still really enjoying this. I think it's very good. It is super easy to read. The font is pretty big. Like, it's your standard YA read. Quick and easy. I'm enjoying this. Hoping to make more progress in this in a couple of days. It's not as super high priority, just based off everything else that I have, but we'll finish this week, hopefully. We also have Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. Yep, still on chapter 40. Still making my way. Oh goodness, there's a cat trying to like get into my lap. There's a bit of a cuddle puddle happening over there with the dog and with two cats now. Just lay down, Hinata. You're fine. Anywho, I have 100 pages left of this, so I just need to finish it, which I'll do. Austin has already started bypassing me again, so we'll finish. These two are both sci-fi books that I've been reading throughout my vlogs, and they're going well, and I'm enjoying them, but they're very same. Like, this is super high space wars, and this is like dystopian, so equally in the sci-fi realm, which is nice to have like breaks in between them. Following that sort of theme, arguably, will be The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I know, I'll read it, don't worry. It's short. I have the audiobook finally again. 123 pages. So my plan is to read this in one sitting. I think the audiobook is about 6 or so hours. Read that at about 2 times speed. It'll be fine. So this will be a one book sitting for me. I'm thinking about reading it tomorrow. And I'm really excited for it though. So that's the hopes and dreams. Okay. Fantasy, I have Girls of Storm and Shadow. I read the first chapter. I wasn't wowed. You might have seen it in my last video where I did a little mini try a chapter to see which book I was going to pick up. Clearly it wasn't this one, but I do still want to make a dent. My goal for the readathons that I'm doing is that I can count a book as read if I make it at least 100 pages in. So if I can get to at least 100 pages into a book and then finish it by the end, like by May, then it's fine. So maybe I'll try and get to like chapter 13 tomorrow or this weekend. I'm really planning to do so much reading specifically this weekend. Let me, I can fix my lighting for you guys a little bit. Is that better? Let's look at my calendar. Yeah, so I have 2 24-hour readathons planned for the weekend. So hopefully I will actually get quite a bit done. These are only the physical books. Okay, next, continuing on, we have A Little Life. Obviously, I'm not going to read this in 5 days. Like, it is humanly impossible. It will not happen. Don't even try to ask me to do that. I won't. But I am going to start, look at this flop level, but I am going to start this, and I'm going to have a whole vlog dedicated to this. This was originally picked up for the Buzzwordathon prompt for Little or Small, knowing I wasn't going to be able to finish it, because 4 or 5 different readathons got announced that I was like, yeah, I'll do that, because I'm a completionist, must do. So this is also for my intimidating inscription class for Aurelium. Again, I will not finish this in time, and I'm not going to force myself to, because this is hard, this is heavy, this is going to hurt me. This has a lot of controversy around it, but I'm still like, must read. So, as scary and as chunky as it is, we are going to read this, and it'll be in its own special video. I'm expecting to cry and hope that I don't DNF it, because that would suck. Okay, last physical book, which feels kind of crazy to think that it's already like lowered. I don't know. We have The Princess Bride. I'm 33 pages in, haven't actually started the official story yet, because it is a bedtime story that my boyfriend and I are both reading together. And the problem with reading a book with someone is they have to be present to read said book with you. It's fine though. Won't be able to read it tonight because he'll be home at like midnight, and I work tomorrow, so I can't stay up all day. But I still love this book. I'm still so very excited. Look at that. Look at that. Still so very excited, and it's going to be fantastic. But I'm counting it, even though I won't finish it in time, because that's how buddy reads work. But I'm really excited. So yes, these are the books that I'm currently trying to get through physically. I have a bit of a plan, and again, I'll talk more about all of them as the time comes. But I do have somewhat of a plan to get through everything. Nice. And a lot of audio books and ebooks. So today I'm planning to read an audiobook that's not on my TBR. It's fine. And an ebook which is on my TBR for the kickoff of Spring Flingaween, the spring edition of Halloween themed vibes for the season, hosted by Olivia Reads Latte and Gabby Reads. I've participated in most of these now, I want to say. I haven't started the readings yet, so I'm not going to talk to you about them. So that's that. And then as for my other books, I will be doing my Buzzword 24-hour readathon Saturday, and I'm planning to read 2 thrillers, 2 of which I'm lucky I made fit quest prompts for the Aurelium Magical Readathon, which I will probably talk more about in that video. Continuing on with my little list here. As for the rest of the quest that I have 2 potential ones that if I can squeeze the audiobooks in, I will, and then they'll count, and that'll be great. But if not, it's okay, because 15 books is a lot. Continuing. So, ones that I for sure am going to try to get to will be Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the first book in the Brown Sisters trilogy. These are romance books following each sister. This I'm going to do for steal off somebody else's TBR. My IRL friend Portia actually read the first book, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, earlier this month, and she enjoyed it. I think she's going to continue on with the series later. I'm so glad that I'm forcing my friends to be readers with me. It makes me feel great. But yeah, so I'm technically stealing this off of her TBR, even though it was originally on mine. We're just flopping things around a little bit to make it work. So if I don't get to it, it just means I don't finish a side quest, and that's fine. That's cool. I also need to finish Me Moth today, which is a big goal of mine. I have an hour left, so that won't take too much time to do. I have literally the entire day and evening, because again, Austin won't be home till late, so I have all the time to read and finish books today. I also am hoping to listen to the audiobook of Her Body and Other Parties. I don't remember who this is by, I'm so sorry. This is a collection of short stories, and I've been wanting to read this for so long, so I'm glad that I made it fit the quest prompt for has the letter D in the title. It works, and I'm going with it, so hopefully I can get to it then. And then, yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about, because I don't think I'll get to the other ones, and the other ones will be in a video. So, for the actual Aurelium readathon classes, I would say I'm doing pretty well. Let's have a little refresh. It's been a bit since I've talked about it. I am achieving 3 different callings: herbologist, alchemist, and beastmaster. Okay? Okay. For this, I was to read 3 different restoration prompts for restoration class for each calling. For this, it's to read a book featuring healing. The Princess Bride is 1, and I'm counting it as read, even though it'll be a little while. We're in the progress of it. I'm going to count it. And then I read Oblivion and Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is an alien romance that I read at the beginning of the week, or the beginning of the month. You can check out my first blog for this month to see that. Yeah, so those were read. As for alchemy, I have also finished that, which is great. I read The Love Hypothesis also in that same vlog, and then more recently I read The Last Pendragon Saga, book 1 by Sarah Woodbury. Kind of morphing it a little bit because it's not super romancy. But we're gonna count it because it's getting there, and it's supposed to be 2 books, so deal with it. And the third one that I read was Escape from the Vampire. This is the sequel to Intrigue at the Vampire Ball. Don't remember the author. These were very quick listens at work because I just needed audiobooks, so they filled the prompts, and I'm calling it this as good. As for my lore class, I need to do 2 of these. I finished Galatea in this vlog. Oh my goodness. And I have started the Song of Achilles. I am on chapter 3, so I have a ways to go. But yeah, those are my lore classes, going strong. Elemental studies, I have to do twice, and this is to read a book under 100 pages, I believe. And I'm reading Bluets, which I also started. Still loving, a little confused on where it's going, because if it's going to be a numbered list the whole time, it's not at all what I thought. It is still poetic and beautiful, and I like the whole color blue conversations, but I was expecting literal poems, and right now it's not quite what they are, so I'm intrigued to continue on and see where it goes. I also today hopefully will listen to the Tao of Poo, which I'm so excited for. The audiobook's 2 hours long or something, so I'm excited to knock that out. I need to stop playing with my hair, I'm so sorry. So I'm hoping to knock that out today. For the class Spells and Incantation, I'm hoping to read Sensuous Knowledge by... I'm so much better at memorizing authors' names after I've read the book and or I've heard a lot about the book. Anywho, I'll tell you once I start reading it. I'm hoping to read this tomorrow night, both audibly and ebook at the same time. And I'm excited. This is a super well-written feminist group of essays. Again, we'll talk more about it when I know more about it, so I sound a bit more intelligent. For Artificery, which is to read a book that's set in Earth, I'm reading The Picture of Dorian Gray. Hopefully we'll get to that here soon. I'm so excited to check The Picture of Dorian Gray off of my TBR forever, because starting in a couple days, it'll have been a year since I picked up the book for the first time. For my inscription class I mentioned earlier, I'm reading A Little Life. for intimidating book. Not gonna finish it, but we're good with that. I have to take 2 classes for animal sightings. One I have already completed, which was I Think I Am in Fun Love with You by Yumi Sakagawa, and I could have cried. Like, this was so good. And I'm also going to read Sour Candy. These are both very quick reads. Sour Candy is a horror written by Keelan Patrick Burke, and I'm so excited. A few other people surprisingly picked this up on their TBR, and I was like, people reading my guy. So that was exciting. And finally, Demonology to read Girls of Storm and Shadow. So, and Astronomy is Golden Sun. Okay, those are the classes. That's how I'm doing so far. For literal classes that I have to read, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.5. We'll count Golden Sun as a half, even though I'm almost done. So, yeah, kind of a lot of reading. 7 books for the actual classes to be done, and then the additional books for Quest, which I'm striving for, but if I don't, also, like, that's okay. All of these are fulfilling so many prompts for the Realmathon. I don't know how to word that. I'm getting a lot of points for Serene and Realmathon over with Covers and Cassidy's. I'm enjoying so much what she has created. Obviously, it's not as, like, fleshed out as Aurelium, but that's also, like, G's been doing this for years, and this is Cassidy's, I think, first big readathon, at least that I know of. So it's really exciting and fun, and I've been enjoying, like, choosing what book is gonna, like, lower someone else's magic, or if, like, I'm gonna increase our strength. It's mostly increasing my team's strength. So yeah, I've been enjoying that a lot. Magical Hopathon is over, and I did not complete nearly as many prompts as I was hoping. I think I did 2. Not super great. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Spring Fling Halloween is kicking off today. It's starting. We've got 4 days of that. So yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on reading wise, and I'm excited about it. Also, editing wise, still a lot going on. That's what I'm doing today when I'm not reading. So let me look at my calendar on my iPad that I was working on. This is my little current calendar for books solely, to keep myself a little more organized for this week. So today's the 27th. I'm finishing Me Moth today. That's the goal. And then probably won't listen to Song of Achilles today, which is fine. And then I want to finish the Tao of Poo today for this video. And then I have 2 separate books for my Spring Fling Halloween vlog. It's fine. It's going well. It's going great. It's okay. So those are going to be the 3-4 focuses today. We're going to leave it at that. Tomorrow, we'll check base on how I'm doing. That was a really long way of explaining all of the books that I'm reading with no plot, no summary, no ideas. But just so you know where we're at this current moment with all of the readathons going on and how I'm doing. So we're going to continue editing and reading as I do. I will, of course, update you guys once I've probably finished Me Moth, and then once I start and or finish the Tao of Poo. So I'll see you guys then, and until then I'll be editing. Okay, hey guys. It is 6:30. I just finished editing my vlog, which I think I'm going to come home and do the thumbnail and upload. But I realized at 6:15 that it is Wednesday and I'm supposed to have dinner at my parents'. So, just throwing on my shoes and getting ready to go. So, I will update you guys when I get home, I suppose, and hopefully get some actual reading done. And yeah, that's what's going on. Nothing too crazy. But I'm running late because I completely forgot. So we're gonna have lasagna. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Good morning. Sorry, I cannot stop at the peace signs. It's just not gonna happen at this point. Good morning. It is Thursday, and I'm tired. I ended up staying at my parents' house, like, way later than intended. I went over and just hung out. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff, and I was there until like 9:30. Which was fine and fun, but one thing about me, if you couldn't tell by the premise of this channel at all, I love talking about books. So when my mom started talking to me about books, I didn't want to shut up, and I I gave her my copy of The Death of Jane Lawrence because I absolutely loved it last year. And she's finally getting to the good parts. So I was talking to her about that a little bit. And somehow along the way, she's like, oh my God, Sam, we absolutely need to do ASAP a family book club. So I guess now my mom is going to try and arrange for me and my grandparents and potentially my aunt and stepsister and anyone else, I suppose, who wants to join. And we're gonna coordinate a book club. I have no idea what these people read. I think my grandma likes true crime, mystery stuff. I'm not a big mystery person. I think my mom will read just about anything I tell her to read. So that one's kind of easy. As for the rest, I have no idea what they read. My stepsister, from what I know, doesn't read. And I don't think really has since we were in like middle school reading fanfic and John Green. So I don't know if she'll join. But yeah, I guess that is being worked on now and decided because it sounds fun. Sounds like I get free lunch or dinner once a month to talk about books. So it sounds like a win to me. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'll keep you guys updated, of course. But it's Thursday, which means yo girls gotta go to work again. Still getting used to this new schedule of like work Monday, Tuesday, come home or stay home Wednesday for YouTube work, and then work Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday home on YouTube. It's weird. I like it. I'm just not used to it yet, so I feel like Thursdays are just another Monday, which is less fun, but that's the way that it is. I am trying to figure out what on earth I'm going to eat for breakfast and lunch today. So I'm going to figure that out because I got to leave in like 10 minutes. So, all right. I will see you guys probably after work. I'll listen to some audiobooks. At work, I'm going to finish Memoth because I didn't have time yesterday. I think I have like 35 minutes left. And then I'll probably listen to Tao of Poo at work, and then maybe start a book for spring Halloween. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Alright, hey guys, I'm so tired, for not really a good reason at all. I don't know if it was work or I don't know. I haven't had caffeine, that might be it. But I'm super tired and I can't stop yawning, therefore I'm just sobbing. So don't mind me, I'm crying. I'm just tired. I finished my 2 books today at work. Technically I finished one on the way home from work, but I finally finished Memoth by Amber McBride. This is a young adult poetry, contemporary fiction. I guess I'll leave it at that. There was a nice twist at the end that I was pleasantly surprised about. This is a cool way to learn more about the Navajo and that indigenous tribe specifically, and like their beliefs and views, as well as a little bit of insight in or on, I guess, hoodoo. I think for this being my first book in verse, that it was a good experience overall. The author, Amber McBride, actually does the performance or reads the audiobook to you, which I thought was really cool, and I loved that performance aspect. I loved the poetry, although sometimes I think it was a little over my head because I'm not I don't read a lot of poetry, and so and when I do, it's kind of like simple, easy to understand poetry. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I gave this 4 stars just because I enjoyed it. I really liked the story. It lost me a couple times along the way, but I really enjoyed the ending. I loved the beginning. It really was packing a lot of punches for me. I liked the conversations. So yeah, 4 stars. Maybe like a 3.5, I don't know, but I rounded to 4 because I think it was overall really good and deserves the love. But I know that a lot of my feelings towards it also come from just like my lack of poetic intelligence, so I'm not really able to like speak on behalf of the writing or whatnot, and it's just not my place to say. So out of just like enjoyment, I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. And I also read the Tao of Poo by Benjamin Hoffman. What a book. Okay. So 2 booktubers that I like have rated this 4 and 5 stars, which was high hopes. You know, I went into it expecting to like it. I loved Winnie the Pooh. My mom's nickname was Pooh growing up, so she makes I think of her when I think of Winnie the Pooh. I really loved the Winnie the Pooh aspect to this book. I thought it was cute and sweet, and I loved all the characters, so you kind of just already feel at home in this book. But this is basically philosophical nonfiction of Taoism and how it kind of relates to Pooh. And overall, I thought it was pretty okay. There were obviously going to be some major hits and some major misses for me personally. I didn't really feel like it had a lot of my attention. I didn't really feel that impacted by it. It was just kind of like an overall okay book. I gave this 3 stars. It was just, it is what it is to me. I didn't get that same impact. I like some of the things that it said, just living life day by day, taking in the small things, listening to the birds chirp, and just enjoying life. And there were some really great quotes that came from this, but also there are some parts where it's just like, man, you don't like people. I don't either, but I won't write a book about how much I dislike people. I wouldn't be so blatant about it, especially in a book that's trying to be like how I interpret more hopeful. But overall, it was a short, quick read. It checks off my prompt for the Aurelia Magical Readathon. That was for elemental studies or animal studies. One of the short, quick prompts. It was one of those. And Memoth is for the bonus quest of reading a book with butterflies or moths on the cover. And I felt like that was perfect because her name is Moth. So I thought that was great and turned out well. So yeah, those are my reading updates for audiobooks. I'm still making way through the Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I think I'm on chapter 4 now. So still like very beginning, still learning. So I don't have much to say yet, but I'll keep listening and keep you updated on whatever is to come next. All right, I'm gonna go because I don't want you to hear this dog for too much longer while he chews his bone. So hey guys, it's a really exciting mail day. So, oh my goodness, low-key kind of heavy, I'm not gonna lie, but it's an exciting mail day. So we're gonna open some mail together because that's what we do on a Friday night. How's your guys' day going? I had work today and it was good. Normal day. It was actually really slow, which was so nice. A relaxing Friday to kick off the weekend, which I think was great. I did actually finish a book. I finished Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I was like actively taking notes while I was reading this book. You guys are so welcome, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, Bookmail. Okay. I'm so excited. One, I love this. I love this. This is the spoiler card, and this month's theme is bittersweet. This is April's box, by the way. Exciting, exciting. Okay, okay. So, first off, this is actually a part of last month's box. It just wasn't included because of shipping problems. So, now I have it. I can't get into it. But I've seen pictures of these on Instagram, like on Fairy Loot's Instagram, and so freaking pretty. Okay, so this is the Threads of Fate deck of cards. The art is by @Navu. I'm so sorry, that's probably not at all correct. Okay, but oh my god. So, first off, absolutely just like stunning cards, sprayed red edges. And they're just normal. So, this is the back. But then, let me pull all of these out and show you guys for real. Unfortunately, I don't have much use for a deck of cards besides just like having a deck of cards. But now I desperately want to play Maddie's Books with Maddie's TBR game where she plays deck of TBR. I think somebody else does the game too. But now that I have these cards, I desperately want so badly to play because I just love holding cards and touching them. Oh, I'm so excited. These were inspired by, I believe, Daughter of the Moon Goddess, if I'm correct on that. I'm pretty sure. All right, moving on is this Strange the Dreamer moth pin. Oh, wow. Pretty. I want to read Strange the Dreamer so bad. I need to put that on my wish list because it's like up there for one of the top books that I want to read. And if I don't buy it, I'll never read it. This design also, by the way, was inspired by @JezHawk and inspired by Strange the Dreamer. Yeah. Continuing on, I see this beautiful tray. It says, and there are really never endings, happy or otherwise. This is obviously inspired by Night at the Circus. The Night Circus? Night at the Circus? Okay, Sam. The Night Circus. And this was designed by @Stella Bookish Art. I'm so excited. I just got a clock. It's the Night Circus themed. It's so funny that this is like the main, maybe not the main, but like one of the big fandoms for these bookish boxes. And I still haven't read it. It's not even in my pile anymore. Like I've moved it to my library room. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Do we have 2 books this month? Okay, so, sorry. This is An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X.R. Pan. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The sprayed edges. Oh, okay. This luminous love story cuts bone deep. Blurbed by Melissa Albert. Okay, Hunter Yi has perfect aim with a bow and arrow, but all else in his life veers off course. Haunted by his family's past mistakes, the only thing keeping him from running away are his younger brother. Grammatical error, but that's fine. Keeping him from running away is his younger brother, a supernatural wind, and the bewitching girl at his new school. Oh, art, got it. If I kept reading, the grammar would have made more sense, but I'm illiterate, so don't worry. Cool. Luna Chang dreads the future. Graduation looms ahead and her parents' expectations are stifling. Then her life is turned upside down by the strange new boy in her class, the unearthly fireflies that follow her around in an ominous crack that begins to spread across the town of Fairbridge. As Hunter and Luna navigate the feud between their families and uncover hidden secrets, everything around them begins to fall apart. All they can depend on is their love, but time is running out and fate will have its way. A spellbinding reinterpretation of Romeo and Juliet filled with romance, magic, and Chinese mythology. Awesome! So, spoiler, into next month, I might now actually pick this up. Spoiler alert, the month of May is actually Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So, that means that Asianathon is happening next month, couple days. It's happening. And I'm hoping to participate a lot and read a bunch of my fantasy books that I've been getting and super excited for, and it's like a perfect way to squeeze them in, I suppose. I have a lot in store, and I'm really excited, and now this is kind of beastie. It's 391 pages, but I'm kind of into it. I don't know. I love this cover so much. Like, these colors and, like, the artwork, I just... so excited. That's great. Okay, continuing on. Heart Fairy Lights. Okay. So they're just a little crystal heart. Don't know if you can tell very well. These were designed by the team of Fairy Loot. Add some ambience to your reading space with these fairy lights. They are perfect to hang on your bookshelves or drape over your bed. So that's cute. Continuing, what is this? So, okay. Okay. Got a little tote with some constellations, and it says, what is a person if not the marks they leave behind? V.E. Schwab. Everything's V.E. Schwab, guys. This is actually kind of cute, though. And I have an idea for it. Let's see what... Constellation Canvas Basket, art by Blanca Dot Designs. New item alert. This canvas basket features a unique design inspired by The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. It's perfect for storing books and items. I actually might use it for that purpose by my bed. So I just kind of like leave books there. That might be a cute way to store them. Who knows? Before we get to the book, I will show you guys the tarot cards. These are tarot cards illustrated by the amazing @Ars28, ARZ28, that feature Changi and Liwei, both from Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. Beautiful. I swear, like, these are some of my favorite tarot cards so far because they're just so pretty. We've got the Emperor and the High Priestess. Cute. Okay. Now the book. The book. Oh, okay. Okay. The card. I'm not looking. Next month's theme is going to be Cloak and Dagger. Ooh. Okay. So here is the artwork with the author's note on the back. And we have Blood Stitches. Okay, this is by Deborah Fallet. I thought this book already came out. Am I wrong? Yeah, I don't know why. I totally thought that this came out like months ago. Probably because I've just seen so much promo and hype for it, but this cover is stunning. This is what they deserve. They wanted me to be a monster. I will be the worst monster they ever created. Okay. I love the colors, like the contrast and everything. Let's take a peek. Okay, this is beautiful. This is just like the naked book. Absolutely stunning. And then there's the end pages. which are also pretty with like the little signed book plate spot. And then inside, I can show this. It's just this little artwork. It matches the cover and everything. It's very cute. Okay. Oh. I don't remember at all what this is about, so we will read the synopsis together. I am the descendant of Shango, the god of heat and fire. I am living inferno. I am a dead girl walking. 15-year-old... Okay, this is very YA. Okay, 15-year-old Salome can incinerate an enemy at will. She is a Scion. I hope I'm saying that right. Scion? A descendant of the ancient Orisha gods, but under the brutal rule of Lucius. Her identity means her death. Her mother knew as much. She disappeared, trying to hide Salome's truth. Salome, too, has hidden her abilities, but on her 15th birthday, she is conscripted into the Lucius army. Once taken, Salome must not only conceal her powers, but overcome the bloody challenges of Lucius' training. But if she can infiltrate the Lucius, she could destroy her enemies, the people who think of her as less than human, the overlords responsible for her mother's disappearance. Salome rises through the ranks and gains strength, but in doing so, risks something greater, losing herself entirely and becoming the worst monster she It sounds interesting. The only book that comes to mind that this gives me vibes for would be The Empire of Dreams by Ray Carson. I really like that book because I really enjoyed the training in it, so I'm hoping this might have that same vibe. I don't know how I feel about following a 15-year-old. It's just... I like young adult. I do really enjoy young adult, but I don't necessarily want to know the character's age when I'm reading young adult. Like, I know the point of being young adult is that it's like high school age, like you're 15 to 17, maybe 18. But I don't know. I just like, if I think too hard about it being a 15-year-old, then I'm just like, too young. That's the book. I'm pretty happy with this month's stuff overall. One thing that bothers me is when the card, you can barely tell, but the card that the author's note is on is like too big to fit in the book. And I like using them as bookmarks, but that's fine. Especially because this one didn't come with a bookmark, so I can't even not. But yeah, that's really exciting. I always love when they give us 2 books. I am really excited to get to this one, especially just because I like when they give us books I've never heard of. A lot of them lately have been books I've heard of, but I think this will be really good for next month specifically. Oh, and they've got, oh, cute. They have little designs on top of the chapter headers, blah, blah, blah. But yes, I'm excited. I don't know when I'm going to get to Blood Scion? I don't know. I always feel dumb when I can't pronounce the titles. Anyway, I don't know when I'll get to that because I have most of next month's TBR all planned out. So, hopefully soon we will see. It wasn't necessarily a book that was high on my radar or TBR. I've seen a lot of promo for it and just a lot of hype overall. I think it covers absolutely beautiful, but it wasn't a book that wowed me. So I guess we will see what I think when the time comes. Continuing on with my packages. Some of these aren't bookish. So I did actually buy some makeup, just like some average lip products, and then some dongles. Dongles, I suppose, adapters, because I can never have enough of them. More bookish things. These are just books that I quite literally just bought. So first we have We Hunt the Flames by Asaf Faisal. I believe that's how you say your name. I was supposed to read this a while ago, like March. It's not that long ago. But I was going to read it on my iPad or my phone just through an ebook. I don't like reading really long books. And I know this isn't like that long. What, 450 pages? 472 pages. So it's not terribly long, but for me this is long and I would rather read it physically. So I caved and I finally just bought it. Carrie Can Read, or Carrie Cakes, absolutely raved about this series, this duology. So I really have been wanting to read it. I was supposed to read it for a prompt. I'm still reading it. It's still on my TBR to get to. So I finally just picked it up. And then I also picked up, which you'll see in my May TBR here soon, I actually got Confessions. This is by Kane Minato. This is way shorter than I thought it was going to be. It's only 234 pages. But yeah, this is the Literally Dead book club pick for May. So I picked it up. As one does. I'm excited. I'll talk more about the plot, of course, next time I talk about it. Yep. Okay. So anywho, I ordered this because I needed it and it wasn't available on Scribd. And then finally for Bookmail, I treated myself in honor. Okay, hold please. I treated myself in honor of the show getting announced, and I bought the Percy Jackson series. I've never read these books. I absolutely love the movies. Controversial opinion, I guess. Not everybody likes it, but I do. And so I'm really excited to read these. Austin's excited to read these again. He's read them before. And I just think that they're absolutely beautiful. So I'm really excited to read these, hopefully somewhat soon. I don't know when the show's coming out, but I'll probably read it closer to then. And then, finally, I actually have a work purchase. This is heavier than I thought and bigger than I thought. But I had to order basically a portable battery. So much larger than I thought. Okay. Ordered a portable battery charger because my friend and I, Portia, her and I have been chatting a little bit more often lately about getting together. And we're both writing books and we both have YouTube channels. I will link her down below for you guys to check her out. She does a lot of movie and show commentary and I love her, everything about her. She's great. But I wanted a portable charger that I could plug my computer charger into because my laptop cannot hold a charge to save its life. So I wanted to be able to charge on the go in case I couldn't get an outlet or something when we go to a cafe or whatever. So I finally just bought this, and luckily it's a business expense so we can write it off. But yes, I am very excited to have this. I'm going to get so much use out of it. It was $99.99, so a little expensive, but I think it'll be worth it being able to use my laptop anywhere, especially because I have a lot of plans that involve leaving the house, surprisingly, somehow. But yeah, that's my little haul. That's everything I got. It's a lot of stuff, and now I have to find even more space on all of my shelves for these things. But besides that, it's great. And I'm pleased. I'm so pleased. Okay, I'm going to... I think I'm going to watch a little bit more BookTube. And that's probably what's going to happen. So I will see you guys in a little bit. We'll talk books. Hi, good evening. Different angle. I'm facing away, or the lights are hitting me instead of me sitting with the lights as the background so you guys can see me better. These vibes are quite nice. They remind me of Books with Leo. her channel. I feel like she's got that like violet and orange lighting a lot. I get it. It's good lighting. So I thought we would chat about Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller before I start reading. So I read all of this at work over like 2 days. So where do I begin? I guess the plot. What is Song of Achilles? If you don't know, this is a very popular book, a very popular romance, historical fiction. How was your dinner? TikTok's favorite books kind of thing. So I gave this a shot. I listened to it. This is basically the story of Achilles and the one dude, I don't remember names, I'm sorry. Greek mythology is not my strong suit. Finn. I'm not well versed in it. I don't know a lot about it. So it was a good introduction. It sometimes would remind me of things from high school experience, whether we played this online game where we were the little birdwing guy, the Cupid guy, the flying shoes. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, doesn't matter. Basically, we were following Achilles and his romance with our main character that we're following. And yeah, I don't know how to explain the plot of this, to be entirely honest. Basically, like, they're these two boys and they're in love and they're together, and Achilles is like this like prince, half god, prophecy to like be the best war fighter until his untimely demise. Yeah, sure. I thought this was fine. I ran it through Compile and it came out as a 3.5. I rounded it down on Goodreads to 3 stars. I thought that the romance was cute. I definitely preferred our main character than actual like Achilles. There were a few moments where I was like, this is not safe for work, but it is fine. We'll pretend it's not happening and no one can see me because I'm locked in my office. It's great. Yeah, but overall, I thought that they were a cute couple. I liked the romance story. I like what it had to say at the beginning. That being said, oh my god, there was so much war. And it dragged on for me. Like, this book did not need to be this long. I really enjoy Madeline Miller's writing, but seeing that I've already read Galatea, which is like 36 pages or whatever, like, vastly different. And I think that Galatea packed way more of a punch because it was so short that it was just like, here's everything. Whereas Song of Achilles dragged on, it was a lot about war, and it was kind of brutal, and definitely look into trigger warnings before reading this. It's not an easy read. I wouldn't recommend this to everybody. But it was like fine. Now we're gonna get into like my actual my notes of this. This might dip into a little bit of spoiler territories, especially further on. I'll let you know when it happens. I'll put it on the screen and everything. But number 4 is absolutely ruthless. Oh my god, human sacrifice. Oh my god. Yeah, it goes there. This book, at times, I'm just like, am I reading the same book that everyone's like raving about? This is not what I expected. Okay. My next point was how not always fun to hear about what happens to the women or think about it. Again, check the trigger warnings. This book gets heavy. It's not like this light, fluffy romance that people make it out to be. I know that it's mythology, so I'm sure people can use context clue to figure out where it's gonna go, especially with how men are in wars. But it's not the easiest of read at times because you're just like, oh, I'm kind of sad. Although I did enjoy the way men talked about women's ankles. I don't know what that says about me, but I thought that was really funny. I was like, man, back in the day, that was like the compliment to give. It was like, she's got nice ankles. Yeah. Okay. My next critique for this was that this book doesn't have enough risks. I have been spoiled for this book. I knew how it ends. It's also mythology, so you know how it ends. I think the ending had an interesting perspective, and we'll get to that when I get a little more into spoilers, but there was no risk to what was happening. He's the best fighter in the entire world. Like, no one can beat him until Hector dies or whatever, and then he'll die. Nobody can stop him. He's unbeatable, and war is just so easy for him. And we already know the path we're going down. If you haven't been spoiled, then maybe you won't, but to me there was no risk because I knew what was going to happen, and so do they because of the prophecies. So they also knew what was going to happen. They didn't know exactly when, but they knew it was coming. So there wasn't any like risks to what was happening. There was no consequence. There was no reason really for me. Like, nothing made sense. Nothing justified why the characters would do certain things, because like, why does it matter? Doesn't. So I just felt like there could have been higher stakes in this book. So yeah, before I go super in depth, the last thing is just that I had no connection to these characters. I didn't care enough about them. I knew what was gonna happen. Maybe that's because of spoilers and I just ruined the book for myself. Maybe because I knew how much hype has been around it that I went into it maybe not expecting to like. I don't really know, but it just didn't work for me as well. And I know that a lot of people love this, and clearly it's worth the hype because a lot of people love it, but it just didn't hit the mark for me personally. I did listen to the audiobook and it was at work, so I was slightly distracted. I was listening to it fast. The narrator was great. He did fantastic. But yeah, I guess because I knew the ending, I just didn't care, and I didn't have a connection to the characters to begin with. So when things happened at the end, I was like, yep, obviously that would happen. Like, I knew the ending. So I don't know if it was because of spoilers or not, but now that we're talking about it, let's talk about my spoiler perspective for the end of this book. If you've read The Song of Achilles, you know we're following a ghost. I don't know how I feel about that perspective of like seeing things through the eyes of his ghost. I do enjoy that Madeline Miller brought the characters together again after death, and like they were buried together or whatever. I think that was sweet and cute, and I think that's a good way to end a book, especially romance, where you want a little bit of an uplifting ending and like, oh, that's sweet and happy. But following the ghost was kind of weird for me. Like, I understand the point of the perspective, but it just didn't quite work for me, I think. But that's all I'm gonna say, keeping it short and quick. But those are my thoughts that I took at work because I didn't want to forget everything. So it is like 9 o'clock maybe? Probably about 9, maybe 9:30. And I've got my options here for reading this evening. I'm not sure yet which I'm doing, what I'm going for. So I want to read all of these for different reasons. So, Golden Sun, Austin surpassed me again. He's on chapter 46. I'm on chapter 41. He wants to talk to me about it. I need to finish it. I have, I think, 2 hours left on the audiobook. So, less than 100 pages. I would love to get this finished up, especially for this vlog, so that I can wrap up my thoughts, because there's not a whole lot more to say, seeing as this is a sequel, and I've been reading it literally all month. Next up, we have Scythe. I read this picked this up in my last video officially, finally, my goodness, and I'm almost at the halfway mark. I'm making my way through. I'm on chapter 19, page 193. So I'm making great progress in this. I think I could make further progress. I'm not tired at all, so I could probably make like a decent dent in this if I tried. And I would also like to finish this for this vlog, you know what I'm saying? Because like it just makes sense. I'm trying to be a bit more cohesive and intentional about my reading for you guys. But I also want to read The Picture of Dorian Gray with the audiobook. The audiobook is 9 hours. If I listen to that at 2 times speed while I'm reading along, probably knock it out in 4.5. For how small this is, I'm surprised, but I guess like the font is actually like minuscule, so I guess it makes sense. Maybe 9 hours is accurate for 123 pages. I don't know, but yeah, so I don't, too many decisions. I don't know what to read. Like, I want to read Scythe, but like I feel obligated to read Golden Sun, and I feel like if I don't pick up The Picture of Dorian Gray, I never will. But I think this one is gonna go out. I think this is back burner, maybe tomorrow, if not Sunday. Sunday's gonna be my catch-up day. I know it's not technically a part of April, but like Sunday is my final day for the readathon because I need it, and I can't read most of the week, so I'm taking Sunday to finish any readings that I need to. So that leaves us here. What I'm thinking is chapter 41. I've got literally this much left. I'm on page 356 out of 442. Like, I could do this. But I'm thinking, potentially, depending on how good it gets, I could just read up until chapter 46, so just read about 20 or so pages, and then I'll be caught up to Austen, and then I can pick up Scythe, or just finish it, depending on how I'm feeling maybe, and then picking this up. The problem is, unless I stay up literally all night long reading, I can't finish both of these, and this vlog is supposed to end today because I'm supposed to be reading more, but who knows. Maybe I'll extend this vlog until Sunday. Does that sound like a decent plan? I don't know. I can't figure out my own schedule. But anywho, it doesn't matter. You don't care. You're curious about the books. I think I'm going to read Golden Sun, even though I want to read Scythe. I think I'm going to read Golden Sun, knock as much of this as I can out, and then when Austen gets home, figure out if I'm going to continue and if I'll pick this up. I don't know. We will see. But I'm going to read Golden Sun for now. And I will catch you guys either when I finish or have an update. I don't know. So, okay. Great. Oh my god, guys. I don't know if you can see. This chapter is literally called Achilles. Oh my god. Oh, I finished. Okay, let me... I'm still processing. Oh my god. Okay. I'm speechless. There was like a good 40 pages of just like lull where like nothing was happening, but I knew it was the end, so I knew something was coming. Oh my god. It's not that I'm shocked by what happened, but like Pierce Brown really just fucking did that. Ruthless. Okay. I didn't know what I was expecting. A lot of this book was kind of hard for me to get through just because there was like it's pretty dense for a sci-fi book, that there's bound to be slow parts in between, seeing as like you're picking up from a cliffhanger from the first book, a lot of like in between, and then like shit hits the fan preparing for the third book, which thank God I have, because oh my God. Oh my God, like, that last paragraph just fucking, this last chapter, chapter 51, oh my God, it really just, like parts of it I was expecting, just based off what we know of these characters, but not to this level. Like, oh my God. I'm so glad that I own this. I genuinely cannot wait to reread this series, and I'm not even done yet. Oh my God. Yeah, bloody warfare sure is a word. Granted, I don't think the rebellion part was long enough, personally. Like, obviously the whole book is a rebellion, the whole trilogy is about it, but I feel like it lacked a little bit more rebellion. But oh my God, I cannot wait for Austen to finish this and we can talk about everything that's happened, because I don't know how to process this. I have to go, like, through the stages of grieving or something, because, like, I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Oh my God. Oh boy, was that something. Okay. I guess I'm getting tired, but I'm waiting for Austen to get home. So I'm going to pick Scythe up and try and read some of this. I don't know if it's gonna hit the same after what's just happened in Golden Sun, but oh my God. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna read a little bit more of this while I wait for my man, and then I'll check in with you guys either when I get further along and I have something to say, or probably in the morning. What a book. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm rating this yet, but, like, I'm thinking potential 5 stars. Do I think this whole book was worth 5 stars? No. But, oh my God, the last, like, 50 pages, just... This was really good. I'm probably gonna still rate it 4 stars just because the beginning and, like, middle had too many low points, but... Oh my God, this was fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna process, and I'm gonna move on. I was gonna say something lighter, but there's, like, never-ending death in this, so... That just happened. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Thank you, Cub! Oh my...
Hello, everybody. I'm still kind of recovering from Golden Sun last night, if I'm gonna be honest. Austen luckily finished it, so we got to talk about it this morning, and that's helped, made me feel a little bit better. But yeah, I listened to another book for another video, and today, for this video, I'm gonna continue reading. I think I'm gonna try and read and finish Bluets today. It's a very short poetic poem book. A very short poetry book. There we go. But I just wanted to say good morning to you guys. How's it going? Still recovering. And that was it. That's all I wanted to check in on. But I will see you guys in a bit.